Okay guys, here's a quick video how you change the cartridge if you inflated your inflatable life jacket and you use the one-time cartridge so that it starts shining red on the bottom down here. Now this is actually a good time for you to check if it's leaking, and what you do is that you leave it overnight with pressure inside it. You can inflate this manual if you accidentally deflated it at the time when you took it off when you inflated it. Now that you do by just blowing in here like I'm going to do right now. And then your life jacket is going to look like this. Now if it holds the pressure for 24 hours like this, your life jacket is in good condition. This one is in perfectly fine condition. There's no need to throw it away or replace it. The only thing I need to do is to replace the cartridge. This little button here, that you see up here, is to deflate your life jacket. So you turn it around and you push it in there. As you deflate your life jacket, you need to get all the air out. Not just some of it, all of it. So a good way to do it is to sort of fold it up, wrap it together, and then continue pressing this one in here. So at some point you have it all out like this. Now you may notice that there are some folds, like you can see one over here. So unless your life jacket has specific instructions showing you how to fold it, it is worth taking a look at how these folds are lying. So you can see this one was folded up like this, and up here it was folded backwards like this, and over here has been a fold as well like this. We go on this side, it's going in. Here you see the one in the back here. It's going in like this. And then here it's going behind. You can see how it's taking the shape now. It's just this one part here which is not lying correct, but it folds in here like this, and then it goes in like this. Here you can see also that it used to go in like this. It's fairly straightforward to do this based on just looking at the previous folds, and then you can see that it takes the shape of how it was packed, changing the cartridge. So the cartridge usually have protective cloth that allows it to be separated from splashing water. Now this is a manual life jacket, so this one it only inflates when you actually pull this one. And this is because if you do rafting or fishing or things like that, then you don't want one of these cartridges here that are sensitive to water. So you then can only inflate it by pulling the cord here. Now once you pull the cord, this cartridge is used. You have this little ring here, and you unscrew it like this. What this little ring does is that it holds the cartridge against this plate in the back. This plate in the back here is to prevent the cartridge from unscrewing by itself. Assuming that the plate wasn't there, then this cartridge could unscrew itself with movements when you are wearing your life jacket. But if you have this plate in the back, put this rubber band around it, and then it holds it in place. So here you can see that the cartridge has been used, and the little spike that comes up here, it comes out and hits the cartridge in there so that it inflates. Now anyway, we come to the point where we know how this cartridge is being consumed. Now, the frustrating thing you will find is that when you go to buy the replacement for this one, you find that they've actually changed the design. So here you can see the new design, shorter and wider CO2 bottle. The benefit with the shorter and wider CO2 bottle, I'm not sure I understand that, but it contains 33 grams of carbon dioxide. Inevitably, we see that if we take the new, shorter cartridge, you will find that it doesn't fit properly here. You see, if you're pushing this one in here, you will see that this little flap is going to be bent backwards because of the greater diameter of your new cartridge. So nobody tells you this unless you start investigating it, and then you will find that in the store, behind the shelf, they actually have a new support as well. It has a little bit of more bend here so that it can hold the new cartridge with its curvature. Get this one off and unscrew the release mechanism. The release mechanism is sitting with a finger tight torque on the inflatable jacket, and here you can see how I released the entire piece. So looking at it here, before you screw in the new one, you need to check that that pin goes in to its retracted position. You can also inspect the O-ring there, which should be undamaged. So I push this one in all the way to make sure that it's in its retracted position. You can see that it's actually sticking out still there a little bit, but that's because it's just, now there's no tension on it, or no pressure on it. So if I stick something down in there, like match, then you will see that it flexes back. And when I screw in the new cartridge, it will become green again. But when you screw in the new cartridge, you need to have it in its retracted position like that. You can see that I'm just tightening it finger tight, not more than this. Don't want to destroy the plastic. Then I take the new cartridge. I make sure that the pin is in its retracted position all the way back. And as you can see now, when I screw it in, it's shifting to green. Because now the cartridge is pushing in the pin, like I showed you the match. You can see now, I do it this way. Here you can see how I'm pushing in the pin. An unused cartridge is sealed here, so it has the ability to push in the pin like this, whereas a used cartridge is not sealed there. So if you screw it in, nothing happens. This is very simple and straightforward. Goes all the way in, finger tight. You can see how much I use it, like that. Once it's finger tight, now we can lock it towards the back plate here with the rubber band so that it doesn't unscrew. And there's a slot here. You can see there where the rubber band goes in. And that's it. It's as new. And we're just going to tuck everything inside. Emergency pull cord should go out here. And we can tuck it in. This is all flat and nicely fit. Now you can see that there's a little bit of excess air here still. And here it goes like like two slots like this, and this one goes up. You can actually see on the stickers here how it's been folded. Well, all these vests are a little bit different depending on the manufacturer, but the principle, how they work, is the same. And if you feel unsecure about how this is being packed, or if it's going to inflate or not when you pull the cord, then you better take it back to the boating shop where you bought it. But at this point, I am 100% sure that if I pull this cord here, it's going to inflate the entire thing. So good luck with yours, guys. I hope this helped you to understand how the mechanism for inflation works, how you change the cartridge, the difference in cartridges designs, and how you repack your vest based on how it was folded when you bought it. Cheers, guys.